Hello everyone, this is me, Deepannita Sarma, and I would like to recite before you a letter of mine, which I had written quite a long time back. So here it goes. Dear beloved, how I wish I could behold the face of my beloved once more. Then I'd give thanks unto my God until the day of my resurrection. In it was inscribed, in the tomb of an Arcady who gave away her life for the sake of her lover. Well, maybe my love isn't as great as hers. But well, as they say, every heart has its own love. Every love has its own story. Every story has its own journey, and every journey has its own memories. Well, hey love. I still remember the day when it all first started. When I met you, I felt like I had known you since ages, since decades, since centuries, since millenniums, since years and years, since thousands and thousands of years. My entire world would revolve around you and your scent and your touch. Maybe that is why my soul teared into pieces when you left. Well, do you know how many long nights I spent looking at your photographs, our pictures? I didn't even have the right to call them ours because you weren't mine anymore. Do you know how many times I went back to all those places where we laughed and cried, loved and hated, lived and died. But sometimes when I go back to those places once again, I feel that there is something that is lacking. Something which is very much precious and important to me. Do you know how many long nights, how many sleepless nights I spent praying to all those gods, all those thousands and thousands of gods, that even if once I had loved you truly, you would come back. You know what they say? That when you want something, the entire universe conspires in making them yours. And I had always believed in it. And in believing, they say, lies the power of the heart and the soul and the mind. You know, we were entirely different beings. You being the perfect one and I being the imperfect one. But I'd drown in your brown eyes and I'd look till eternity. But it was never enough. From afar I'd watch you run, how your bun would loosen and tie, and how your hair would dance in the air. How I wish I could behold it forever. And years in afar, my prayers were heard. When I had started to believe that my condition would be like all those girls who lamented for their beloved. When I started to feel that you were like all those boys which Mama told me to be careful from. Ginger teas, flying kiss, little toffees, black coffees, advent of the rain and all the pain. We made a love story like no one else. Loving you was not a choice, keeping you always was. And I chose you over everyone else, over everything else, no one else but you. In the swarm of all the people who came and went, I always chose you. Because do you know what? You were among the only people who stayed. You were the one who stayed. Maybe that is why I never had a second thought. People would come and go, but I would choose you forever. For this life and the next. You know, I'd be happy when I look at you. I'd get butterflies in my stomach. Your voice would seem like melody to my ears, tuned to my head. And you know what? They always told me to believe in the signs. That is why probably you always felt like home, and I never felt that much happy when I looked at someone else. because you felt like home, your voice felt like home. Now it all falls into place, and the photograph song plays in the background. Thank you so much everyone for listening to the letter. And do like, share and comment if you had liked it, and do not forget to press the bell icon to subscribe the channel for the upcoming letters, poetries or stories. Till then, bye.